Hey, YouTubers, Greg the Rant Man here. All right, I want to, because people are still out there, I want to talk to you about minimum wage. In '86, when I officially started working, minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. Now, $3.35 an hour. Now, I still hear people screaming and hollering it needs to be $15 an hour. So I decided, shits and giggles, I'd look at a cost of living comparison thing. And in 1986, it's more than 125% increase on the money, on the cost of living. For instance, for what I would need $100 for in '86, I would now need $227.84. Now, for those of you who are not having any luck comprehending this, I want to see if I can find some other stuff real quick. Every time the minimum wage goes up, so does the cost of living exponentially. It actually goes up more, percentage-wise. So we'll look at a gallon of milk. Hold on, I'm typing this in. Cost of a gallon of milk in 1986 compared to 2018. Let's see. Oh, wait. Damn it. It goes back to 95. It may not go back far enough. Alright. Let me see. Let me move my phone here. Sorry about that. Things are getting a little weird here. Alright. There we go. Alright. In 1995, it was still too damned expensive. It was $2.52 a gallon. Alright. Right now, it's on average... Oh no, this is 2017, $3.16 a gallon. Now, that's damn near $1 more. Now, it has gone up as high as $3.87, and that was like 8 years ago, which to me is just stupidly priced for milk. How much was the cost of a gallon of milk in '86? I'm going to see if I can find out. Damn it, quit doing that. I hate my laptop. Try this again. Okay, 1986. Oh, here we go. All right. We've got $2.22. A dozen eggs were 87 cents. A gallon of gas was 93 cents. And a stamp was 22 cents. The average new home was $111,900. So, that to me is just, it's stupid. And of course, milk, I distinctly remember going grocery shopping with my mother frequently. Milk wasn't that expensive. We were buying milk for $1 a gallon. And that was at one of the more expensive grocery stores in town. But sure enough, no, but they're talking about averages, so they're factoring in costs from like New York, Hawaii, California. They're taking all the states and they're creating an average from it. I lived in Oklahoma. So the costs were lower on a lot of things. But the minimum wage, like I said, was $3.35 an hour. Now, at $3.35 an hour, because I got kicked out of the house at the age of 16, I was working full time. I started working full time 1 week after I turned 16. I was working at nights and going to school during the day. My mom didn't care. I was helping out on bills. The reason she kicked me out, Because if I was going to be pitching in like an adult, I felt like I should be treated more like an adult and I should have more freedom. We disagreed. We butted heads. My mom went, boop. And she didn't think I'd make it a week. Was she ever wrong? She was actually quite impressed and surprised and happy. I did end up moving back home to help my mom out with bills. Not because my father wasn't paying his child support or anything like that. He was, just the bills were that high. She had house payment. She had, lot payment, that sort of thing. And it was more than she could handle even with child support. Which, shit happens. That, and I also, my parents were also paying off open heart surgery that I'd had in 1983. And then I turned around and had to have it again in 87, which really sucked ass. But we won't go there. So, but you guys, here's the thing. And this is something I want y'all to consider when you're out there screaming and hollering and raising absolute hell thinking you deserve $15 an hour to say, you want fries with that? You don't deserve $15 an hour for that. You don't deserve $3.35 an hour for that. I was washing dishes and busting tables. 10 at night till 6 in the morning, busting my ass, making $3.35 an hour. You know what? I made pretty good paychecks. It doesn't sound like much now, Hell, I'll do the math on it real quick. Give me a second. I'll open the calculator up my other phone. Because this one I use on, the one I'm talking to y'all on is Wi-Fi only. Where'd it go? It's here somewhere. There it is. All right. 40 divided by 1. Because I was paying 1.12 on the taxes. I was bringing home $119.64 a week on average. Now sometimes it was a little bit more, sometimes it was a little bit less. So we're talking, a piddly shit amount of cash compared to today. The sad thing is I could pay my rent, I could pay my gas and electric, and I had money left over to party on. And I also bought my groceries. Okay. Now, when I was working a $12 an hour job, and right now I'm between jobs, I ain't gonna lie about it. After buying groceries and paying the rent and the utilities, I didn't have enough money for gas because the cost of living went up that much more. So think about that. If pay goes up 5%, cost of living is going to go up about 15 to 20. You're going to be stuck in the same fucking situation. It won't happen immediately, but it will happen. Okay, it's never an overnight thing. The cost of living will always outpace minimum wage. All right? So quit begging for more money that you haven't earned. Quit claiming that you deserve to be paid more than our troops. We've got people in the military that require food stamps. Okay? And they put their asses on the fucking line. They risk deployment every day. Those who aren't already deployed risk it every day. Every day that they're in, there's a chance that they could get called up and told, hey, we're sending you over into a hostile zone. Good luck. Hope you paid attention to your training, and I hope it keeps you alive. And you guys out there, and you want fries with that, think you need more money a month? You need to make more money annually than they do? Wrong. And our elected officials, you motherfuckers need to take a pay cut. If it was up to me, you sons of bitches would be making 75% less than what you're making right now. You guys wouldn't make more than $50,000 to $75,000 a year. Why? Because you're not even supposed to be doing this as a full-time fucking job. You sure as hell weren't supposed to be making a career out of it. You keep voting yourself pay raises. Well, we can't survive on this amount of money. Shit. Motherfuckers. I'm surviving on less than 20 bucks an hour. I'm surviving on less than 15 an hour. I'm having to scrape by on 10, 11, 12 bucks an hour, depending on, how things go. You can't make it on over 400 or over 100,000 a year. You need to make some fucking cuts in your damn personal budget. And I'm also tired of hearing you kids out there screaming and hollering, you can't afford blah, 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 blah. You gonna turn around and buy a $900 freaking cell phone? Don't tell me you can't afford that. I'm having to use a busted ass piece of shit LG that acts up left and right because I can't afford one of those high-end phones. But you fuckers are sitting around in your parents' basements playing your game systems, screaming for socialism. But guess what? Socialism ain't what bought you that phone. Mama and Daddy did. If you were actually out trying to earn it and make it yourself, you'd have to find that you got to get by on what you can afford. Or you got to figure out a way to make more money legally. Make yourself rich. Hell, I'm working on it. Right now I'm unemployed, but I'm still working towards it. It's never too late to improve your life. But quit trying to tell everybody that you deserve more for doing less. That's part of the reason I don't like a lot of unions. Any union. More pay for less work. Do I believe that American jobs should be back here in America? Absolutely. I think every company that outsources should be penalized hard because they're hurting our economy. Whenever they build a facility overseas to sell, to manufacture at a cheaper rate so that they can sell at a higher cost when they get it back here, I think their penalties should be so hard that it forces them to make a decision. Shut their fucking doors or get incentives to manufacture here in the U.S. Hire American workers, manufacture in this country, close all your overseas units, and you're going to get yourself a sweet tax deal. Not a huge one, but a sweet one. We knock 20% off your current taxes. I don't see a problem with that if you're manufacturing 100% in the U.S. Companies that outsource their call centers to other countries, different. Oh, I hate them. Anyway, thank you for calling Xbox Live. My name is Steve. How may I help you? I hate it. Why in the hell am I having to press 1 for English when the fucker on the other end can't even speak it? But you get the idea. Alright? You don't deserve 15 bucks an hour unless you have earned 15 bucks an hour. Minimum wage wasn't meant to be a living wage. It was meant to be a starting wage. An introduction into the workforce. Alright? Nowhere in all the stuff I have read about the minimum wage was it intended to be a living wage. It was helped, from what I understand now, I'll go back and look it up again so I can do an update on this video later, but from what I understand, everything that I read, it was to help bring us back from an economic downturn. Look, we're going to start paying these people this amount, this is a required minimum wage, people should be paid, we got to get the economy going again. Okay, congratulations, it worked. They should have gotten rid of the fucking minimum wage. Cost of living was a lot lower when we didn't have one. Seriously. My dad used to set bowling pins by hand when he was a kid, when he was younger. He got paid a nickel a set. Okay? That wasn't a pin, that was a set. That was 10 pins. He got paid 5 cents to set pins by hand at a bowling alley when he was younger, when he was a kid, a teenager. I think he was a teenager. Anyway, adolescent, teen, whatever. He was running his ass off. Back behind, at the end of the lanes. And he was happy to make that nickel a set. In 1986, I bussed tables and washed dishes. I made $3.35 an hour, and I had money left over because the cost of living was reasonable. I could function. And then everybody started bitching for minimum wage increase. Cost of living went up. Pay didn't go up much, not enough. But then I couldn't make my minimum wage checks make it. In 86, minimum wage was a living wage. I wasn't living high, but I was living. I had money left over. So quit bitching saying you need $15 fucking an hour when you haven't done $15 an hour worth of work. Most of you asswipes don't even have no work experience. You don't even know what the hell work is. My God, I used to get paid 10 cents a bale to throw hay when I was a kid. After 3 years of that, I was making 21 cents a bale. And I was in charge of the baling crew. I made damn good money. My body couldn't handle it now, and hell, everything's automated. They don't even need people to throw hay anymore. They got equipment that stacks it up on the trucks. Or it's rolled up into giant marshmallows. Alright, you kids don't know what work is. Unless you've gone out and helped pick 500 acres of cotton by hand, you don't know what work is. Until you've gone out and had to get with a team of horses to get a tractor out of the mud, you don't know what work is. Alright? Don't tell me how hard it is to flip a burger or to say, you want fries with that? It's not hard. Hell, that's easy. I got 31 years in the restaurant business. All right? I know the food business. Inside and out. I've worked everything from greasy spoon to fine dining. And I hate it. With a passion, I'm burned out. But I know what work is. If you've never sat on a horse for 12 hours pushing 500 head of cattle, you don't know what work is. Now you kids need to get out, get up off your fucking asses, and learn what work is. Learn to appreciate what you have. I am sick of your whiny ass bullshit. You little commie bastards. You want everything given to you. You don't want to earn it. You don't want to work for it. You think it needs to be handed to you on a silver goddamn platter. You don't appreciate anything. You don't appreciate the fact that your parents busted their asses so that you could have a decent education. You'd have food on the table, the roof over your heads, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet. You think everything needs to be given to you. Well, you should be paid more for doing less. Bullshit. You should be paid less and work more so that you can appreciate it when you do earn more, when you get more out of what you do. Everybody's capable. Everybody is capable of greatness, of getting rich, of having wealth, of being free, of not having to punch a time clock. Everybody could do it. Not, well, let me rephrase. Everybody has the capability to do it, but a lot of people don't want to. You see, there's a lot of people, they love their job. They love going to the factory and putting those parts together so that other people have something. And they can sit there and say, damn, I built that. There are guys who like going up and hammering shingles onto a roof. They love it. They love their work. Because they can drive past that house when it's done, and there's kids out playing in that yard, and they can point at that house and they can show their kids, hey, I built that house. I helped build that house. I put I put the shingles on that roof. I put the siding up. I put the windows in, because it gives them a sense of pride. And that's something you young kids, most of you fuckers under the age of 35 don't grasp. A sense of pride in a job well done. You want money. You want something for nothing. You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Develop a sense of pride in something you have done, and something you have done well, other than whine, complain, bitch, and protest. Quit protesting and start doing. You want to make more money? Earn it. That's all I've got to say. I'm sick of you lazy bastards. Have a great day. Bye.